In the quiet, early hours of August 11, 2008, in Brockton, Massachusetts, a frantic 911 call shattered the morning calm. On the line was 19-year-old Ashley Mylett. Her voice was filled with terror. She told the dispatcher she was trapped inside a closet, hiding from her boyfriend who was attacking her. The dispatcher tried to keep her on the line to gather more information, but the call abruptly ended. It was 4:45 a.m. Police were immediately dispatched, sirens wailing as they raced towards the address Ashley had given them. They arrived just 6 minutes later at 4:51 a.m. But when they got there, the scene was eerily quiet. The house was empty. Ashley Mylett was gone. What happened in those 6 crucial minutes? How could a young woman who was just on the phone with emergency services vanish into thin air before help could arrive? This is the baffling and heartbreaking story of the disappearance of Ashley Mylett. Ashley was described by her family as a vibrant and caring young woman, someone who was always smiling. She had recently graduated from high school and was figuring out her next steps in life. Like many teenagers, she was navigating the complexities of young adulthood and relationships. Her boyfriend at the time was the man she was allegedly hiding from during that terrifying 911 call. According to reports, their relationship was known to be turbulent and volatile. This history immediately made him a person of interest in her disappearance. When police entered the house, they found no signs of a struggle, no broken furniture, no obvious indications of the violence Ashley described. Her purse and personal belongings were still there, but Ashley herself was nowhere to be found. The boyfriend was also gone. Investigators launched a massive search, canvassing the neighborhood, interviewing friends, family, and anyone who might have seen or heard something. They questioned the boyfriend, who denied any involvement. He claimed they had an argument, but that Ashley had left on her own accord. Without concrete evidence of foul play at the scene, and with no body, police were faced with a frustrating lack of leads. The 911 call was the centerpiece of the investigation. It was a chilling piece of evidence, a direct record of Ashley's final known moments of fear. Experts analyzed the call for any background noises, any clues that could point to what was happening. But the call was short, and the quality made it difficult to decipher anything beyond Ashley's terrified voice and the subsequent silence. The fact that the call cut off was particularly disturbing. Did the battery die? Did her attacker find her? Or did she hang up for some other reason? We just don't know. The community was shaken. Flyers with Ashley's face were posted all over Brockton and the surrounding towns. Her family made emotional pleas to the public, begging for any information, no matter how small. They couldn't accept that Ashley would just walk away from her life, especially not without her personal belongings. She was close to her family and would never have willingly put them through such pain. They were convinced something terrible had happened to her inside that house. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. The investigation continued, but leads grew cold. The boyfriend remained the primary person of interest, but there was never enough evidence to file charges against him in connection with Ashley's disappearance. Police explored various theories. Was it a domestic dispute that escalated tragically? Was Ashley abducted by someone else entirely? Did she manage to escape the house, only to run into trouble outside? Every possibility was considered, but none could be proven. One of the most perplexing aspects of this case is the 6-minute window. It's an incredibly short amount of time for a person to completely vanish without a trace, especially from their own home with police on the way. This detail has fueled endless speculation. Could her attacker have forced her out of the house and into a car in that brief period? It's possible, but it would have required speed and precision, with a high risk of being seen or heard by neighbors, even at that early hour. The street was residential. Surely a car speeding away or a woman being forced into a vehicle would have drawn some attention. Yet, no witnesses ever came forward. Over the years, Ashley's case has been revisited by cold case detectives. New technologies in forensic science have been applied to the scant evidence that was collected, but so far, nothing has provided a breakthrough. Her digital footprint was analyzed. Cell phone records, social media, computer activity, but it all stopped on August 11, 2008. It's as if her existence was simply erased after that 911 call. Her family has never given up hope. They hold vigils, maintain a social media presence dedicated to her memory, and continue to work with organizations that help find missing persons. For them, the pain is as fresh today as it was all those years ago. They are trapped in a state of limbo, unable to mourn and unable to move on, desperate for the one thing they need most: answers. What happened to their beloved Ashley? The disappearance of Ashley Mylett is a haunting reminder of how quickly a life can be upended. It's a story about a cry for help that was answered, but just moments too late. It highlights the terrifying reality that sometimes, even when you do everything right, the worst can still happen. The closet she hid in, meant to be a place of safety, became the last place she was ever known to be. The 6 minutes between her call and the police's arrival have stretched into more than a decade of questions, sorrow, and uncertainty. Someone out there knows what happened to Ashley. Someone holds the key to unlocking this mystery and bringing peace to her family. Maybe it's a person who was afraid to speak up at the time. Maybe it's someone who saw something they thought was insignificant. After all this time, allegiances change and guilt can become a heavy burden. The hope is that one day, someone will finally come forward with the truth. Until that day comes, Ashley Mylett remains a ghost, her story a chilling question mark. A young woman who called for help, who was almost saved, but who vanished in the time it takes to boil a kettle. Her case serves as a stark reminder to always be vigilant, to look out for one another, and to never ever give up on the missing. If you have any information regarding the disappearance of Ashley Mylett, please contact the Brockton Police Department or your local authorities. Your small piece of information could be the final piece of the puzzle. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that deserve to be told.